Once again, AEW appears to be shooting itself in the foot. Because tonight on Dynamite, it's being advertised that the Young Bucks, with their current gimmicks as the EVPs, well, they're set to release backstage footage, security footage, I'm assuming, from All In London, Wembley, 8 months ago. One of the biggest shows in AEW history, and also one of the most controversial, because there's been multiple reports about the fight that Jack Perry and CM Punk had backstage prior to the actual start of the show, prior to CM Punk's opening match of that show against Samoa Joe, CM Punk's final match, CM Punk's final appearance for All Elite Wrestling. And of course, I'm going to point out the obvious. This is alluding to the fact that Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, they are the EVPs of AEW. They're playing that gimmick to perfection, in my opinion, and this adds to it. It does. They have the quote-unquote power backstage to do just that, to show this type of footage. And I'm assuming that they're gonna talk about it, they're gonna talk over it, whatever. They're gonna add their own spin to that footage to put themselves over, to put their characters over. And basically the only upside here I see, or I can potentially see, if they bring the scapegoat, self-proclaimed scapegoat, back into the fold. And of course, last week, the Young Bucks alluded to Scapegoat. They actually mentioned him during their entrance on live television. And I was assuming, apparently incorrectly, it was in regards to CM Punk. They might be alluding to Jack Perry. And Jack Perry might be able to return and possibly join the new Elite with the Young Bucks and the Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada. Which again, it's all good and well for the feud, for the rivalry, for the storyline. It's not a bad way to bring Jack Perry back into the fold. Now, the question begs to be asked. Do people want Jack Perry back in AEW? Does Tony Khan want Jack Perry back in AEW? I'm not sure he does. I'm not sure a lot of fans do. I'm not sure a lot of fans want Jack Perry back in AEW. Again, there's multiple reports backstage that he's become very hard, very difficult to work with. Again, it's backstage rumors. It's hearsay. We don't know for sure, of course. Now, as far as the elephant in the room, CM Punk obviously is going to be involved in that footage. We're talking about a superstar, a wrestler, a performer, an individual who is no longer with AEW. I'm hoping AEW doesn't mention him at all. I'm hoping they might even blur him out. They might even... I don't know what they're going to do. But if they start mentioning CM Punk on their show, it does absolutely nothing because CM Punk is no longer part of the company. As a matter of fact, it actually makes them look even worse because that's something WCW did back in the day. That's something TNA did back in the day. They stepped on WWE's heels, and not to really point this out, but they're kind of doing it again tonight on Dynamite because we have a world title eliminator match, which again I've never been a fan of. If you're gonna have a world title match, have the world title match. Don't have a match prior to it just to see if he qualifies. That's incredibly stupid on their part. But I digress. The current AEW World Champion Samoa Joe defends against the natural Dustin Rhodes. Well, he doesn't defend. It's a world title eliminator match. Again, idiotic. But guess who just won the WWE Championship at the biggest show of the year? Guess who just finished his story? The natural Dustin Rhodes half-brother. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Coincidence? I think not. But again, once again, just like last week when they had a tremendous show, spectacular show, ruined and overshadowed by Adam Copeland's tribalism promo, or non-tribalism promo rather. I have a feeling that even if tonight's show is perfect, even if tonight's show is absolutely fantastic, everyone is going to be talking about that footage. Everybody's going to be talking about CM Punk, who is no longer with the company. Everybody's going to be talking about Jack Perry, who ran CM Punk out of the company. There's really not that much upside other than maybe getting a pop into ratings and bringing back all the fans, all the CM Punk fans that left AEW when CM Punk left the company itself. That's the only way I can see it. And again, if Jack Perry returns with AEW, if they return with the New Elite, it's going to be interesting to see how that all pairs up, what their dynamic is going to be. If that happens, we'll just have to wait and see. So with that said, what are your thoughts on the Young Bucks releasing, well, AEW itself releasing the backstage footage from Wembley Stadium in London at All In 8 months ago? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's going to be entertaining? Do you think it's really not a smart move on their part to release that type of footage when the specific player in question is no longer a part of the company? I don't know. Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. With that said, my name is Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.